These are things I thought were cheap. These are things everybody said on their elementary school playground.
And we have no idea what your paper is.
Hey, what word starts with F and ends with uck?
Fuck?
No, fire truck, I'm telling.
Lemonade, crunchy ice. Say it once, say it twice.
Hey, open the gate. Who do you hate?
Justin Bieber.
That's your date.
No, you tricked me.
Tic-tac-toe, give me an X, give me an L. Tic-tac-toe, give me a 3 in a row.
These are things everybody said on their elementary school playground.
And we have no idea.
These are things I thought were cheap as a kid and was shocked to find out they're incredibly expensive. First, we had board games. We had so many of these as a kid. I just thought they were like $5. They're like $30. And for what? Some cardboard and plastic? And they're not even fun. Like Twister, you're tangled up with strangers and all your clothes are falling off because of gravity. It's very vulnerable. And Monopoly, it's like 3 hours. It's no fun. I'd rather stand in line at the DMV. And you can't even purposefully lose. You just have to get through it. So we have hair color. I thought this was like $10. These are exotic animals I really want as a pet that would inevitably end me. First up, we have hippos. I just love their cute little smiles. I just think they're so cute, and they must have the best PR because I always thought they were just like these little aloof river dwellers. Turns out their jaws are like deadly, and they can like crush steel with them. So we'd probably be playing catch in the backyard one day, and it'd be like, oops, that wasn't the frisbee, that was my leg. Except we have the slow loris. I look at this, and I just want to give it a big hug. Turns out there's more venom in its little cheeks than in a college frat party jungle juice, so probably best to keep your distance. Finally, we have polar bears, which just look so snuggly and These are things I thought were expensive as a kid and was shocked to find out they're pretty. These are things they fed us for school lunch that we should not have been eating. First, we had Jello. They always put a little whipped cream on this. Life hacks for college that no one. Hey Joey, where's your paper? Your house was hit by an earthquake last night? Joey, that's not a good enough excuse. You're a senior in high school now. You need to have a backup plan in case things like this happen. If you can turn it into me by 3 p.m., I'll give you half credit, but in college, stuff like this isn't gonna fly. Now, next week is final exams. I do drop the lowest exam grade, final included, so if you're happy with where your grade is at now, no need to come in next week. Next week is Christmas break. I don't want to give you too much homework. If you can just read the entirety of Mice and Men and write a 15-page paper on the foreshadowing used to hint at the climax, that would be great. Now, class, I know it's a busy week coming up with the holiday, so I have a proposition for you. If one of you can beat me in Connect 4, no homework this weekend. Oh, Anna, you want to be a photographer when you grow up? I don't even think that's a real career path. You're nice, why don't you do something like nursing? And today in Business of Photography class, we're going to be talking about meeting your clients' expectations while still... Only 5% of people can answer all 3 of these 90s trivia questions correctly. Do you think you can do it? First up, 90s movies. In the movie Forrest Gump, Forrest compares life to a box of what? Do you know it? Next up, Snap. This is what I think different companies would be like as roommates. Microsoft always has some really weird project he's working on that he tries to drag you into. He's like, I'm gonna do this performance art thing. It's gonna be called Bing the Musical. Will you please come? Tickets are $100 and I can't comp one for you. And you're like, Microsoft, I'm sorry. I have a ticket to Chrome on Ice, the national tour that night. And he gets like really offended. And you're like, it's just a better show. You found McDonald's apartment through a Craigslist ad and they're really nice, but their stuff is always breaking and they're always borrowing yours. So like, my car's not working. I don't know what happened. Can I borrow yours? And like, McDonald's, did you get the oil change? They're like, what's that mean? Like McDonald's, but they got an air fryer for Christmas and they've been cooking everything for you and it's really good. So it's fine. Went to college with Apple and now he's running an NFT investing business out of his bedroom, which you don't really understand. And whenever you share the common space together, he's always kind of looking over your shoulder and then like breathing heavy and being like, there's actually a better way to cut those lemons if you want me to teach you. And you're like, sure. And he's like, okay, cool. You just welcome home. Oh, report card day. All right, let's see it. A plus, A plus, A plus, A minus in 3rd grade pre-calculus. Well, looks like we'll have to get you a tutor for that. It's going to be coming out of the Disneyland budget. Your mom made you some snacks. Yeah. Oh, report cards today? How'd you do? Straight A's, nice. Oh, and an internship with the UN. Very cool. Sorry, I'm on the phone. Honey, welcome home. What's wrong? Report cards came in today. Okay, let's see it. 2 D minuses. No, I know you worked really hard all semester. Why don't we go to the Cheesecake Factory to celebrate all your hard work, and I'm gonna get on the phone with your teachers and kindly yell at them about how they're not recognizing your off-brand genius. Hey, do you guys want to sign my cast? Oh my god, it smells so bad, like rotten eggs, smell it! No, it itches so badly. What happened? Oh my god, everybody asked me this. I was at Six Flags on the biggest roller coaster, and at the loop-de-loop, it went off the tracks. It was so scary. No, who told you I fell on the slip and slide at Devin's birthday party? That's not true. I didn't even cry. I'm only supposed to have it on for 6 weeks, but like, who knows? This could be my whole life now. Yeah, do you want to sign it? Oh, well, kind of like my best friends are signing up here, but you can sign like down here and maybe write small. I can't write with this hand, so I have to type all my assignments. It's like being a college student, honestly. These are extravagant things my suburban family had that were very unnecessary. Part 6. First, we have decorative pillows. Oh, were these very soft and comfortable to lay on? Absolutely not. They were actually the opposite. I think they were purposely uncomfortable. They were like $30 a piece, which was very surprising. And they had one main purpose, and that was being moved to the floor when you actually wanted to sit on the couch. So we have the junk drawer. Every suburban family had one of these. It kind of became like the nick. These are things everybody said on their elementary school playground.
And we have no idea where they came from.
Hey, are you smart?
Obviously.
Okay, then spell it.
S-M-A-R-T?
No, it's spelled I-T. Looks like you're not very smart. Doobie-doobie-doo, took a poo, and Shaggy thought it was chocolate.
Shaggy took a bite and turned white, and that was the end of it. Well, what word starts with B and ends with itch?
Bitch?
You said a bad word. It was bewitch.
Concentration, 64. No repeats or hesitations.
These are things I thought were cheap as a kid and was shocked to find out they're incredibly expensive. There's to be beef jerky for one. What kind of space meat doesn't require refrigeration? Questionable. This was like a pretty popular school lunch snack, so I just thought it was like pretty cheap. It's like $10 for an 8-pack, which is really insane. You can get the same experience by just putting some... These are things you'll only know if you had a great childhood. This might look like a normal group of stick figure teenagers. If you know their crazy adventures and their wild CODs, then you had a great childhood. These are things you'll only know. These are things I thought were expensive as a kid and was shocked to find out they're pretty cheap. We have stuffed animals. Whenever I asked for these at the store, my parents acted like they were hundreds of dollars. They're like $10, and it just seemed wrong to my empathetic little brain to leave them waiting on the shelf when they clearly wanted to come home with us. Like, I saw a Toy Story, Mom. I know they really do have feeling. We have electric toothbrushes. I don't know if it's because they were always behind the plastic cases at the store. Like, there was some kind of weird dentist turf war going on. Like, Dr. Kitzmiller owns this Target. But I always thought they were like hundreds of dollars. You can get a decent one for like $25. And listen, once these teeth start to go bad, it gets really expensive. You don't need Chip Skylark to tell that. Get to brush it. Finally, we have Happy Meals. Oh my God, every time I ask my dad for one of these, these are things they fed us for school lunch that we should not have been eating. First, we have the burgers. This looks like life hacks for college that no one ever tells you. In high school, most assignments are scheduled out week by week, and your teachers are constantly reminding you of due dates. But in college, that's not really the case. On the first day of classes, you'll get a syllabus that's going to outline what you're going to do every class for the semester, and more importantly, what's due when. Some professors will be nice and remind you of due dates. If it's a class with a lot of small assignments or lots of online quizzes, it's on you to remember the due date. I always kept a copy. What do you mean you think the Scarlet Letter is boring and it's impossible to make it through the 100-page introduction that has nothing to do with the plot? It's a literary masterpiece and the best way to teach you symbolism. Today we're talking about symbolism, so we're gonna watch the short film for Taylor Swift's song All Too Well, and then have a class discussion about the rich symbolism she uses to connect it to her relationship with Jake Gyllenhaal, as well as to enrich other pieces of her work and discography. No, Katie, I don't accept late work. I don't care that your plane was hit by a lightning bolt and it's a medical miracle that you survived. The paper was due yesterday and there's no exceptions. You should have planned better. And on your syllabus, you'll see some suggested due dates. Those are just times that I think would be good